now from MHS Studios, it's MHS Week in Review with Ali Redmond and Fernando Mora.
Hello and welcome to MHS Week in Review. I'm Fernando.
And I'm Ali.
In this episode, we'll be taking a look at some outstanding MHS artists,
Getting a quick review from Human Rights Week,
some MHS sports information,
and Fernando and I have a little something special for you for Thanksgiving.
but first let's visit with the MHS Yearbook staff. Hey Yearbook, what's going on?
Thanks, guys. Remember this? You can be a part of the fun every Monday after school. Yearbook Club in the Yearbook Room will teach you and give you the resources to bring out that inner photographer or designer that we know is in each and every one of you. As a school district, we have a zero tolerance policy for bullying. Whether you know it or not, bullying can drastically affect people's lives in negative ways. Facebook groups regarding yearbook pages will not use any material for any interviews or quotes that have any negative references. This includes rude jokes with or against teammates or any negativity in general. So let's be nice, people. There's a lot of love to spread out there.
Gosh, seriously, I could just put every one of my teachers into a category. They just have such distinct personalities. If only.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Esther.
There's a new teacher survey this year. Fill it out and turn it into the yearbook room.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gosh, seriously, I could just put every one of my friends into a category. They just have such distinct personalities. If only.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Esther.
There's a senior survey you can fill out this year.
Thank you.
Hey, don't forget to put your name on it, otherwise it won't be counted.
All right.
See ya.
Senior pictures will be final by the end of this week. So, everybody on the list outside of the yearbook room, take a good glance at your student IDs because that will be the picture in the yearbook if you don't take this last LAST chance to turn in your senior picture. Always wanted to make your stamp in the yearbook but never knew how? Here's for all you people out there. Have a hidden talent? Any weird, crazy habits? Have something interesting about you that nobody knows? Eaten anything weird lately? Anything that makes you different. We want you. So visit us in the yearbook room to check it out and pick out a form, or see Elise Armani for any details. That's all for this week. Keep in touch, stay tuned, and get excited for this year's yearbook. Have a great day.
Thanks, Yearbook. Mr. Elan's advanced art class has been working on the Memory Project. The Memory Project was started by Ben Shoemaker. It is a unique initiative in which art students create portraits for children and teens around the world who have been orphaned, abandoned, neglected, or otherwise disadvantaged.
We stopped in with a class for all the details.
So basically, I was volunteering at an orphanage in Guatemala, and I was feeling pretty powerless while I was there to do anything to help. But a Guatemalan man came by one day and told me and the other volunteers that we should really help the kids collect special belongings that will add to their sense of personal heritage and their personal identity. And he said, you're all taking photos of these kids. When you go home, have another set developed and send them down here. And after thinking about that for quite a while, probably a good 9 months, I put two and two together that, whoa, you know, it would be even more powerful if we could have high school artists take those photographs and make handmade portraits and give those to the kids too, and a gift that they can keep the rest of their lives to really know that, you know, to think back on their childhood and also to know that somebody cared.
I thought the whole thing was really cool, but like when I received, like, I got the name and then I saw his face, I thought it was, I don't know, I felt like I didn't know the kid, but the connection when I like draw him, it feels like I know him kind of. I think it'd be cool to meet him.
I just kind of fell in love with the concept as soon as I heard about it. And I think, you know, these are kids who don't have, you know, access to a lot of things like art, and you know, when I look at her, I see a lot of myself in her, you know, like there's so much potential there, and I just want to, you know, show her what you can do with just a pencil and paper, you know, like there's kind of a magic in it, and I really want her to see the same thing I did when I first tried doing art.
I think it's really cool that the kids will get a picture of themselves because they don't have an opportunity to have like a picture taken of themselves that often, let alone a piece of artwork for them. And especially if they're orphans or if they have like unprivileged lives and they have a hard family life, I think it's nice for them to get something that's so personal for themselves.
We were assigned them randomly, so they're all different ages, and I was excited to get one that was a little older because, I don't know, he has more like, kind of like depth to him with his eyes. They're really deep, and his eyebrows and stuff, so I was excited.
The first time I delivered portraits, it was a little anxiety producing because I didn't know how it was going to go. To be honest, I knew that the project had a really good purpose in theory, but I wasn't sure that the kids would really connect with these portraits. And it was fantastic. I mean, to hand them all out and then to see the kids, it was even better after giving the kids the portraits and then seeing them actually taking time to reflect on them, to show them to their friends. That's when you know that a kid feels really good about his or her portrait, is when they go off and show them to their friends. I thought that was phenomenal. So far, this is now the 6th school year of the project, and so far 25,000 portraits have been produced total for kids in just over 30 countries. Actually, at the end of this school year, we'll have passed 30,000 portraits.
The kids, they have the sweetest expressions. You can just see in their face like the sincerity. Like, I think the expression of this one's face is just adorable. Like his smile, it looks so sincere, and yeah. Yeah, I'll deliver these to India in mid-January, and I'm going to do my best to get a nice photo of every portrait being delivered, and it'll be really fun to share those with the Middleton school community.
I care a lot about it. I'm really excited to get the picture that they send back with the child with the portrait we did of them, because I don't know, I can't wait to see how they feel about it too.
I actually give every school group a grade. I just, all of the portraits together, I'll say, you know, maybe this is a B group, maybe B+. But here at Middleton, definitely A quality portraits. Really fantastic, and I think the kids are just going to be really, really shocked to see them because they know they're coming, but I don't think that they know that they're going to look as good as they do.
I think this is a lot about inspiration, and I really hope that everybody manages to instill that in their kid.
What a great project! Be sure you visit the MHS Art Gallery in February 2011 when these outstanding works are shown. You'll not want to miss it.
MHS Gallery presents Chin Wang, The Whole Achievement.
The Whole Achievement is an installation composed of 6 totems depicting personal collections of images and objects.
The show's opening is November 30th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
The Whole Achievement is open to the public from November 30th through December 24th, 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Like the leaves fall from the trees, MHS Fall Sports has ended. Now it's time for some winter fun.
Before we slide into winter sports, let's get all the MHS Fall Sports end of the season highlights. Let's head over to the sports desk.
Hi, I'm Clayton.
And I'm Brendan.
We're here with this week's MHS Sports Minute. Here's a look back at what happened with MHS Fall Sports teams.
The football team made it to the Level 3 playoff game. They finished with a 10-2 record. Great job, boys.
Boys soccer made it to the first round of the state tournament. They finished with a record of 17-4-3. The boys were back in town.
For boys cross country, Brandon Kamstra qualified for individual state, and the whole team qualified. They've had a solid team the last 3 years.
Girls cross country had a solid season, finishing 4th in conference. The team looks real solid going into next year.
The boys volleyball went undefeated in conference for the 5th year in a row. They also won 40 straight conference games.
The girls volleyball team made it to sectional finals this year. The team beat favored Wanakee in the sectional semifinals.
That's it for today.
Tune in next time for the rest of the MHS Fall Sports team results.
Go Cardinals!
November 8th was Human Rights Day. Speakers came into the PAC and a fair trade show took place in the concourse. The day was full of great information.
Hey MHS, we're here with Mr. Piavanetti to talk about this year's Human Rights Week. How did you think this year's Human Rights Week went?
I thought it was a huge success this year. Even though it was only one day, we had about 500 kids packed into the PAC for the 4 hours that we had PAC presentations. We had really good presentations, I thought, very informative, interesting, and the feedback from kids was really positive. So all in all, I'd say it was a pretty successful year.
Have you started planning next year's Human Rights Week yet?
No, we're just happy that this year's is done because it really is a lot of work. Even though this year was only one day, it's only myself and Mr. Davis who put it all together, and we do that all in our spare time. So hopefully one day, maybe every 4 years or something, we'll be able to make it a week-long event. But for now, it's probably just going to be one full day. But what we hope is that there are other things going on. Like, for example, this year there was an art gallery exhibit going on all week. We hope that, something like that will be able to continue, maybe incorporating other departments into Human Rights Week. We hope that there's human rights issues that are being taught in, lots of classes, not just mine and Mr. Davis's, but throughout the social studies and English and any other area where they're able to talk about human rights. So it doesn't just have to be what's happening in the PAC for Human Rights Week, but what's happening at Middleton High School for Human Rights Week.
My name is Kathy Walsh. I'm with the Madison Rafa Sister City Project, and we're here at the Fair Trade Fair in Middleton High School to partially publicize our water filtration project. And we're raising money for a filter for an elementary school in Rafa, and the Gaza Strip, about 90% of the water is non-potable, and we hope that by at least providing clean water at some schools, these kids will have a better chance for life. By doing this, we educate and think this is a really important age group to get the message to, so they'll know what's going on in the world.
I'm Molly Orby from the Village Health Project, which is a nonprofit organization run by students at the UW-Madison. Which started after a study abroad to Uganda, and we are selling necklaces and bracelets made in Uganda as a fundraiser for our projects, which are a bunch of water and nutrition projects, along with we have a Maca pad project, which is for sanitary pads for schoolgirls. So we sell these fair trade products to promote our projects. The money from the necklaces goes to support the people who made the necklaces, we buy it from them in Uganda, and then it supports our projects in the end as well.
Hi, it's Human Rights Week, and we're having a bake sale to raise money for CampEd, which is an organization that helps educate girls in Africa.
Remember, every human has rights.